Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannapadanam Dhyayet Sarvavignopashantaye Vyasam Vasishtanaptaram Shakteh Pautramakalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande Shukatatam Taponihim Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasalupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasisthaya Namo Namah Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Patyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Yoginam Vishwanathakyam Asmattata Swarupinam Atmalabhat Param Labham Bhaktaaram Nakadachanam Gita Arthagranthakattaram Sri Gurum Pranamamyaham Yontah Pravishyame Vacham Dhritim Buddhim Prachodayat Om Namah Sababhyas Sabapatibhyascha Vo Namah. Om. Friends, we are going to be doing Viṣṇu Sahasranāma today, the 15th session, names 194 to 213 will be discussed today. Hiranyagarbhasuta Hiranyanabhasutapah Padmanabha Prajapatihi. That is where we are. Hiranyanabha, Nabhi is the navel. His navel is as charming and as auspicious as Hiranya. Hiranya means gold. At the beginning of creation, everything was contained in that golden lotus, rooted in his navel. Already in number 70, we had the name Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbho Bhugarbho Madhavo Madhusudanaha. So that Hiranyagarbha, that indicated that Creator Brahma originated from that golden lotus as the womb, and the Lord was the self of Brahma. In fact, Bhattabhaskara interprets Hiranya as spotless, sattva, and the Lord is said to reside there. That is why he is Hiranyagarbha and Hiranyanabha also. So Hiranyanabha Sutapah. Next name, Sutapah. Sutapah. Good tapas. What does it mean? In the avatar of Nara and Narayana, you see, that is one of the famous avatars of the Bhagavan, the Lord. Nara and Narayana. He performed extraordinary, rigorous tapas at Badarikashram. That was a role model of all penance, wherein mind and the senses were all in unison with the self. Yes sarvajñas sarvavite yasya jnanamayam tapaha, says Mundakopanishad. Yasya jnanamayam tapaha, his tapas is nothing but jnana, wisdom, knowledge. So this tapas is full of jnana. So therefore Sutapah. Hiranyanabha Sutapah Padmanabha Prajapatihi. Padmanabha is a very familiar name. It is one of those 12 names, Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, etc. But Padmanabha has already come in number 48. This is number 196. Again in 346 it's going to come. Right? And when we were there in number 48, Padmanabha, we have actually given 4 meanings. It comes 3 times, we have given 4 meanings. He in whose navel stands the lotus, Padmanabha. In the Nabhi, in the navel, the lotus stands. That is one meaning. Brahma, the source of the universe, Jagatkaranam, Brahma, originated from that lotus. So, Padmanabha. He whose navel is beautifully shaped like a lotus. That is another name. And the fourth meaning is entirely different. Time indicated by Padma. Padma means, you see, Ekadasha Shatasahasra Ayuta Laksha Prayute Kotyarbuda, and it goes on like that. So Padma is 10 raised to the power 12. 10 power 12. So Padma means 10 power 12. That Padma originated from him because when you look at the days spent by Brahma and calculate it from the beginning, it goes on. You cannot go beyond 10 power 12 in remembering the earlier days of Brahma. Probably some rishis remember the previous kalpa, some other rishis remember the earlier kalpa. So like that only about probably 10 or 12 kalpas, 10 or 12 days of Brahma are remembered. So and you look at the time elapsed for these things, it is 10 power 12 is the highest maximum that could have been reached by these rishis in remembering what happened in the days of Brahma. So he transcends even that. So that Padmam, that time, the concept of time, that emanated from the lotus. Therefore Padmanabha. Of course, you go back to Viṣṇu Sahasranāma number 7, names 47 to 56, you will get more details of these things. We have elaborated it already. So we go to the next name, Prajapatihi. Padmanabha Prajapatihi, Prajapatihi, the father of all beings, Prajapatihi. There are all the beings are his children. Father of the universe, father of everybody. Aham bija pradapita tasam brahm sarvayo nishakaunteya murtaya sambhavantiyah tasam brahma mahatyonihi aham bija pradapita. In Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, 14th chapter, 4th shloka, Sarvayonisha Kaunteya, in all the yonis, different yonis, whatever murtis, whatever forms spring, Tasam Brahma Mahadyoni, for every one of them, for that thing. I am the Bija Prada, I am the one who gives the Bija source. Aham Bijam. So I am the father of the universe. That is what he is saying. By the way, the concept father of the universe is a multi-religious concept. It is there in every religion, father of the universe. But in Hinduism, the father of the universe has two connotations. One is he is the creator of the universe. This is the transcendence aspect. This transcendence aspect is common to all religions. You see, Bahirvyapti. But there is another connotation of the father of the universe. He is the soul of all souls. He is the inner content of everything. He is the core of our core. This is the immanence concept. This is very peculiar to the Hindu religion and a few other Eastern religions. Antarvyapti. Other religions emphasize only the transcendence, but it is the Hindu religion which emphasizes both transcendence and immanence. Anyway, he is Prajapatihi. Hiranyanabha Sutapah Padmanabha Prajapatihi Amrityu Sarva Driksimmaha Sandhata Sandhiman Sthira. Amrityuhu, opposite of Mrityu. Mrityu is death. One who is neither death nor its cause, the cause of death. He has no birth, Ajaha. Therefore there is no death. Actually he knows, he is the one who knows no decay, no birth, no growth, no disease, no death. These are the great modifications which every being, every finite object has to go through. But he has no such vikaras or transformations. Whatever is born must perish. Right? The one who has no birth has no death. So he has no birth. Analogy. You see, in Vedanta, this lots and lots of analogies. Look at the waves. The waves die, but the ocean never dies. The waves die, the ocean never dies. That which is changeless in the changing world of matter, worlds of matter, that is the infinite absolute. Whatever changes emits the changeless. So the Lord is very emphatic on this. Vinashyatsu avinashyantam yah pashyati sapashyati. 13th chapter, Gita. Vinashyatsu avinashyantam. Whatever perishes among the perishable things, he is the imperishable. Whoever sees this, he is the one who sees all these things correctly. He who sees the changes amidst the changing names and forms, he alone sees the meaning and purpose of life. That is Amrityu. But wait, there is a saying in Kathopanishad, Mrityuryasyopasecanam ka itha veda yatrasaha. Mrityuryasya upasecanam. Even death is a kind of pickle for him. That is, it's so trivial. Mrityu, death is so trivial for him. How can one know him as to where he is? Him for whom even death is only a pickle. This is Kathopanishad. Next. You see, most of the Viṣṇu Sahasranāma names have several meanings. Mrityu also stands for Yama. Who causes death? He is the cause of death. But neither death nor Yama can affect him. So Amrityuhu. He is Amrityuhu. Another. Death is after all a cosmic law. Is a cosmic force. All the cosmic forces follow their law ceaselessly and without any error. That is why Taittiriya Upanishad says, Bhishasmatvatah pavate Bhishodeti sauryagam Bhishasmadaknishchendrascha Mrityurdhavati panchamayiti. Bhishasmatvatah pavate. By fear. Fear of what? Fear of the absolute. Fear of the... There is a universal law, cosmic law. That is the universe, that is the law, that is the absolute. That fear of that, by fear of that, in order to obey that, all the wind blows, the fire burns, everything. Bhishasmatvatah pavate Bhishodeti sauryah. Surya, sun rises. Because of that fear of the absolute. Mrityurdhavati panchamayicha. Even the Yama, death, it runs, it acts according to that universal law. Therefore, Amrityuhu. Finally, in Nrisimhottara Tapani Upanishad, there is a mantra. Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Nrisimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Mrityum Namamyaham. Mrityu. He is death for death. Mrityu. Death of death. Mrityum Namamyaham. I bow to him. Here the prayer is to Lord Narasimha. It's a great mantra. You cannot take this mantra just from me. You have to take it from a guru. It is a very powerful mantra. It has got various prerequisites for it and so on. But anyway, this occurs in Nrisimhottara Tapani Upanishad, and then it goes on explaining the meaning of each one of these. Ugram, Viram, Mahavishnum, Jwalantam, Sarvato Mukham, Nrisimham, Bhishanam, Bhadram, Mrityum. All these things are explained there. It's a famous, powerful mantra called Mantra Raja. It enables one to overcome the fear of death and also eradicates all sins. It is called Nrisimha Raja, Mantra Raja. That is one. Of course, if you chanting this mantra, you can not only overcome mrityu, but most importantly, you overcome apamrityu. What is apamrityu? Accidental death or sudden death. Both natural death and sudden or accidental death, the fear of these things are removed by chanting this mantra. So, Amrityuhu, it's an important name. Amrityu Sarvadriksimha. Amrityu Sarvadriksimha. Sarvadrik. Drish, to see. Sarvadrik, he sees everything. Sarvam. Sarvadrik, without exception. How does he see everything without exception? Because Vishwataschatchuruta Vishwato Mukho Vishwato Hastavuta Vishwataspat, says Mahanarayana Upanishad. All the sides, he has faces, eyes. Vishwatas, he has eyes everywhere. He has face everywhere. Vishwato Mukho, Vishwataschatchuruta Vishwato Mukho, Vishwato Hastavuta Vishwataspat. He has hands everywhere. He has feet everywhere. He is everywhere. So, actually he is the consciousness. Consciousness that illumines our motives, our intentions, and then our actions, which spring from our motives and actions. You see, in each individual at all times. So he is the witness. He is the Sakshi. So what is the difficulty in understanding that he is the seer of everything? He is Sarvadrik. Sarvadrik. Sarvadrik Simha. Amrityu Sarvadrik Simha. Simha. This name occurs again in 488. We are going to see that there. Gabastine is Satvasta Simho Bhutamageshwara. Simha, one who destroys. Simha is actually a mutual transposition of the letters Himsa, Himsa, Simha, a mutual transposition of the two letters. It means one who destroys. The law behind all destruction and change in the Maya is the mighty Lord. When you transcend the vehicles of the body, mind, intellect, at a time when all perceptions, emotions and thoughts and experiences, they are all annihilated from us. What is it? You see, when you have transcended BMI, and when all experiences are transcended or annihilated from us, what remains? The experience left over is nothing but the Supreme. But in the non-dual Supreme, Advaita, there cannot be any object other than itself, the Self. So, that state where everything is annihilated, that is called the total destroyer. I will go step by step. The state of waking is the destroyer of the dream world. The state of sleep is the destroyer of the waking and the dream. The state of God consciousness, the Turiya, is the total annihilator of all the three states: waking, dreaming, sleeping. Right? So in that sense, he is Simha. It is a Vedantic interpretation. Even taking the obvious superficial meaning, Vishnu is a lion in our bosom, inasmuch as he is the king of the forest of samsara. That is, he kills, destroys all the animal passions. And who can destroy all the animals? Only the Simha. So at the roar of Narayana, by the chanting of the Narayana name, all the animal passions flee from the jungles of the mind. Mriganam cha mrigendroham, says the Lord, Bhagavad Gita. Mriganam cha mrigendroham. Among the animals, I am the Simha. Even in Shivananda Lahari, I think Shloka 44 or something, Kuhare Panchamukhosi me kutobi. You see, when the Lord is sitting in my heart as a roaring lion who will destroy the passions, animal passions around me, what do I fear? He will destroy my animal passions, which drive me here and there, etc. You see, Sada mohatavyam charati yuvatinam kuchagero natatyasha shakasu atati jadisi swairam abitaha kapalin bhiksho me hridaya kapi matyanta chapalam. See, Dridam Bhaktya Badhva Shiva Bhavadadinam Kuru Vibho. This is a beautiful sloka from Shivananda Lahari. That is, you address the Shiva Hridaya Kapim Atyanta. Hridaya Kapi, the monkey of the mind. The monkey of the mind is sitting there in my heart, and it is tremendously chapala. It is always after desirous of this or that or that or this. So, Hridaya Kapi Matyanta Chapalam Dridam Bhaktya Bhadva. By bhakti, bind it. Impersonate. Dridam Bhaktya Bhadva Shiva Bhavadadinam Kuru Vibho. Hey Lord, please take it in your control by remaining in my heart as the lion of the forest of the animal passions. Simha. Sarvadrik Simha Sandhata. Excuse me. Sandhata, Sandhiman Sthiragam. Sandhata, beautiful name, Sandhata. Sandhata means, you see, we are doing a lot of things, actions, thoughts, good and bad. Ultimately, we get the fruits of these actions, the phala. Who is giving you the fruits? Who is giving you the phala? According to the good and the bad, good ones and the bad ones that you have done or thought. The Lord, Sandhata. He correlates what you did with what you get. He does the correlation. He does the correlation so well. Sandhata. That is why he is Sandhata. Paladhata. Sandhiman. Next. But actually the enjoyer and the experiencer of these fruits is also he. This is, we have to remember Advaita here. You see? So the enjoyer or the experiencer of the fruits is also he. Therefore he is Sandhiman. Sthiraha. Firm. Sthira means firm. Consistent. One who is ever consistent in his nature. One who remains changeless at all times. Sandhata, Sandhiman, Sthira, Ajodur Marjanashasta, Ajaha, Ajaha. Beautiful name. It comes in 3 places in Viṣṇu Sahasranāma. Already we have seen the word Aja there. Actually, there are more than 3 meanings for that. Unborn Aja. Aja means unborn. He rushes to his devotees. Ajati, Ajati. Ajati means he rushes. He reaches out. Reaches out. So reaches out to his devotees. He rushes to his devotees to reach out, to throw out. Third meaning, always alertly moving as a paladata. Because so many people are there, for everyone he has to give the phala, the fruit of their actions, according to their good and bad ones they have done. So he has to be very alert, alertly moving, constantly this and that. He has to take care of everyone. That is the third meaning. That is the fourth meaning. Akara. Akara stands for Vishnu. Aksharanam akarosmi, the Lord says in the 10th chapter. Aksharanam akarosmi. So he is Akara. The one who arose from Vishnu is Manmatha. So Ajaha, the one who arose from Akara Vishnu. Who is that Manmatha? Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshaba. 10th chapter. dharma viruddho bhuteshu. What is consistent, not inconsistent with dharma, that kama, the desire that is not inconsistent with dharma in all beings, that desire, I am that desire, I am that kama, I am that manmatha. Manmatha is the one who raises up your desires. So, ajaha. Ajaha means the desire that arises from the manmatha who arose from Vishnu akara. From akara jayate. Akara vachayataya jataha. Another meaning. Akara vachayataya jayate jataha. You see, akashat vayuhu atmana. So I am now quoting from Taittiriya Upanishad. That is, it gives you the evolution. Atmana akashasambhutah akashat vayuhu vayor apaha abhyas prithvi prithivya apaha, like that. So that is from akasha vayu, from vayu fire, from fire water, abhya prithvi from water earth, from earth the oshadhis, the herbs, and from that all the beings. This is the evolution. So when there is a dissolution, it goes back. So everything dissolves into prithvi, earth, that dissolves into water, yes, abhya prithvi, water, and then from water to fire, fire to air, air to akasha. That akasha merges in sound, that sound in pranava, and pranava merges in akara. So akara vachayataya jataha. Therefore he is ajaha. Ajo durmarshana shasta. Durmarshanaha. Durmarshanaha. Unassailable. Unassailable. Invincible. It is impossible for his enemies to overcome him, to get the better of him. Ajodur Marshana Shasta. He makes everybody subservient to him. He makes everybody obey him. He shows the right way through Vedas and Shastras. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram, says Bhagavad Gita. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram. He organizes, manages all of us. He shows us the right way. So that is how he rules the universe. That is how he rules over the universe. Not only he is the administrator of the laws of the phenomenon, but also he is the Shasta. He shows us the right way. He instructs us. He guides us. Shows the right of his path. He drives us along. Drives us along till we reach the goal. So he is Shasta. Vishrutatma Surariha. Vishrutatma. The Upanishads introduce him. Vishruta, introduced as ourself, as the one distinct from the body, mind, intellect. He is actually in the form of those knowers of the Atman. There are a few knowers of the Atman. He is in that form. Visheshena Shrutaha Jnataha Atma Yena Iti Vishrutatma. That is, Jnani Twatmaiva Me Matam, says the Bhagavad Gita. Jnani is Atma, his own Atma. He has been multifariously praised and described in the Puranas. So he is Vishrutatma. Vishrutatma Surariha. Surariha, very easy. He destroys. Sura Ariha. Ha for Hanti. So Sura means divines, Ari enemies, enemies of the divines. So he kills the enemies of the divines, he destroys. And when invoked with true devotion, he also drives away and destroys the inimical tendencies, negative tendencies in us. and helps the devotee to improve, master himself. So Surariha, Vishrutatma Surariha. Then comes a very important line, Guru Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakrama. Guru, everybody knows what is a guru. But guru is something like, you see, in English you have various contractions. UNESCO, it stands for something. United Nations Educational, Scientific, Cultural Organization, UNESCO, like that. So Guru stands like that for something very interesting. Gukarasya gunatito rukaro rupavarjitaham gunatitam arupam cha yat tattvam sa guru smritaham. So Guru definition, there are two letters there, Gu. Gu stands for gunatita. He transcends all the gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. So that which transcends the three gunas, and also derived, devoid of form, rupa varjitaha. Ru stands for rupa varjita. Rupa varjita means devoid of form. So he is also devoid of form. He transcends the three gunas. So the Absolute has come in this form, has come as Guru in flesh and blood. He is the one who continues and climaxes the teaching that father and mother had given to the individual. So he is the Guru. Gunatitam arupancha yat tattvam saguru spradagam. So that which transcends all the gunas, that which is devoid of form, that tattvam, that principle is Guru. That is the Absolute. That is why Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, he says. The next word is more important. Guru Tamaha. Guru Tamo Dhama. Guru Tamaha. Guru Tamaha means superlative. Tamaha. Superlative Guru. Super Guru in my colloquial English. Even Brahma himself was tutored and taught by the Lord. Brahma was the first of all beings, the originator and inspirer of all others. Jagatam Paro Guruhu. Why was Brahma created? Brahma was created for the purpose of creating the universe. So that was the task, function given to Brahma. He was thinking about the ways and means of creation, seated in his lotus seat. First, I am now going back to original, even before creation. Brahma is the only one who has been born from the lotus seat, from the navel of the Lord. So he was contemplating as to how he is going to create the world. What did he hear? He was actually there was it's very difficult for us to imagine, because everything is going to be created only now, hereafter, even water, even air, even akasha. So where were they sitting? How were they sitting? Where was the water? Where was the lotus? Where was the Lord? You cannot imagine these things, and nobody has told you about it. So while thus contemplating, Brahma heard the sound of two letters. It said Ta, Pa. And in describing this, the Bhagavatam is the one which describes this. Shuka Brahman is talking to Parikshit. So Vyasa is writing that. When he writes it, he doesn't say the sound came as Ta and Pa. It says the sound came, the Shodasha letter came, and the Ekavimsha letter came. Shodasha is 16, Ekavimsha is 21, 16th letter of the alphabet. Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nya, Na, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jha, Nya, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, Ta. Shodasha. And you go on counting, 21 will be Pa. So Shodasha and Ekavimsha letters of the alphabet, he heard from nowhere. Ashariri, from nowhere. Brahma understood that means he should do tapas. Tapa. So he did tapas. He did tapas for 1000 years. Then the Lord appeared before him and taught him the supreme knowledge in 4 shlokas. This is called Chatushloki Bhagavatam in the Bhagavatam. This was elaborated by Brahma and then taught to Narada, and then it went on to other people. It became the Bhagavatam. So this is called Chatushloki. It has the gist of the entire Vedanta. We are going to take this Chatushloki Bhagavatam separately in the Sanatana Dharma series as a separate lecture. Probably Sanatana Dharma number 17 or something. Anyway, therefore he is Guru Tamaha, Guru of all Gurus, the greatest and most supreme of all of them. He is the preceptor of all the forerunning preceptors. Whoever preceptors are there, he is the forerunner of all the preceptors. He is not limited by time. Of course, this idea I am taking from Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. Sa esha purvesham api guruhu kalena anavachchedat. Therefore he is Guru Tamaha. He alone, by being timeless, was present before all these teachers. He illumined the mind of Brahma through the Vedas. The Vedic revelation came to Brahma. Right? The very first shloka of Bhagavatam says this. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muhyanti Yatsurayagam Tejovari Mridam Yatha Vritimeyo Yatratra Sargo Mrisha. And it goes on. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye. He was the Adikavi. Brahma was taught to this Adikavi all this Vedic revelation. Shvetashvatara Upanishad also says, Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam Yo Vai Vedamscha Prahinoti Tasmai. Whoever taught Brahma, right, once upon a time, in the beginning of all time, Yo Vai Vedamscha Prahinoti Tasmai. Who taught the Vedas to Brahma? Who taught the Vedas to Brahma? Therefore he is Guru Tamaha. By the way, Guru Tamo Dhama. Anyway, I will come to Satya and then say Dhama. Dhama is effect, power, majesty, glory, splendor, light. All these come from him. He is Param Dhama, supreme Dhama. Dhama is all these, supreme splendor. By the way, Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakrama. In reciting Viṣṇu Sahasranāma, people make sometimes the following mistake. Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakrama. There is no Dhamaha there. There is no word Dhamaha. Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakrama is wrong. You have to be careful to say Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakrama. In M.S. Subbalakshmi's rendering of Viṣṇu Sahasranāma, this is the only error, slip. She slips into saying Dhama Satya Satya Parakrama. Otherwise it is perfect. I think there should be one error at least in all these renderings, and that is it. Anyway, he is the receptacle for all desires. Asmin Kamaha Samahitaha. Therefore he is the Dhama. Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakrama. Satyaha. This occurs 3 times in Viṣṇu Sahasranāma. Vasurva Samuna Satya Samatma Samhita Samaha. Already we have seen in number 106. There we gave the meaning. Satya means truth is his form. Satya was his form because Satyam Jnanamadhantam Brahma, says the Upanishad. He is Satyam. Satyam defines him. That is his form. If at all there is a form. And Bhagavatam also says Satyam Param Dhimahi. I meditate on that Param Satyam. right? Later we are going to get Sattvavan Sattvika Satya Satya Dharma Parayana. We will come to the meaning of that Satya when we come to that. But right in the present context, the meaning of Satya is based on the Upanishadic statement Tasmat Satyam Paramam Madanti. Mahanarayana Upanishad describes the last philosophy. It's a long, what are the different things, one by one gradation. What is best? So somewhere it comes Tasmat, therefore it gives the reasons. I am not elaborating on that. Satyam, truth, is the greatest thing. So throughout the Hindu scriptural and cultural literature, the emphasis on Satya is never soft-pedaled. It is absolute. So this Satya, truth, has to be spoken of in a very elaborate manner. I have done it under the Sanatana Dharma series, Satya, truth. Separately, one can see that, one can view that. Sanatana Dharma number 16, truth or Satyam. So that is the meaning of Satya here, truth. The other meanings, one is absolute reality, one is another Satsu or Sadhu. For the sadhus, he is Sat. That is, these two meanings will come in the other occurrences of Satya. Let us see. Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakramaha. Satya Parakramaha. When confronted with enemies, his Parakrama is Satya. His Parakrama is not wasted. It will always give you the correct effort. He attacks them, the enemies, without any wastage of effort. Satya Parakramaha. About this line, Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakramaha, I have to tell you something. You see, the whole world over, there is a standard question among all spiritual seekers. How do I find my Guru? How do I find the right Guru? How do I know that my Guru is right? These are very standard questions. It's very difficult. First of all, to judge one's Guru, that you are starting with the wrong foot. Do not judge your Guru. Anyway, we will talk about it when we talk about Guru somewhere else. The point here is that how to find the right Guru is a tremendous bothering question for all spiritual seekers. So here I am telling you a strategy. Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakramaha. Keep incessantly chanting this line. Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakramaha. Automatically you will find your Guru who will teach you the right Satya, the right truth, the right Guru you will get. Guru Tamo Dhama Satya Satya Parakramaha. So with that optimistic note, we will conclude today. Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishoha Gobbrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Lokas Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Tat Sati.